What's going on here? Looks like another Miners Madness is like just going crazy. So, right off the bat, oh, let me turn this down because, yep, caught that one. That would have been like, what's going on? Um, Thank you for stopping by on this train ride of today. As you can see, I started, um, so I started making a menu, so to speak. If you look at the chat, most important part of the menu that I'd like you to take a look on this Miners Madness is that link at the top, and it's for uh, a chance at this $5 gold coin from the Thrill of the Chase that was auctioned off at High Street. Thanks for stopping by. Um, and I was able to get my hands on this, and the Thrill of the Chase, Forrest Fenn, has helped change my perspective on life and how I look at things. And so the value of this uh, doesn't have as much value as I know it would on somebody else in somebody else's universe. So when I say welcome to Miners Madness, thank you for stopping by to my universe, and hopefully I can share a piece of my crazy universe with somebody who ever wins during that 14th random comment picker on that video that's at the top of the chat. Next down, you'll see there's a bunch of me yippy yapping, and I've kind of laid out a menu of like the topic. I mean, part of Miners Madness is my perspective on how I look at life, and how I've learned to deal and cope with depression and mental health, and even uh, beyond, you know? Oh my goodness. No sound. Oh. Everything I just said you guys couldn't hear. Son of a. Let me do this. Let me do this. So, can you hear me now? Or was it better? Wait a minute. Was it better with the? Oh my goodness gracious! You just made me take the Bluetooth off. Now, tell me this: does it sound better this way without the earbud, or does it sound better with the earbud in? You let me know. Not straight. You just totally put like a big stack of fucking quarters on my track, didn't you? Didn't you? Oh my Lanta. Trying to derail the train, we ain't even left the yard yet. What the hell's going on here? Well then, I guess I'll leave it this way without the earbud, because for some reason I was thinking that the earbud kind of made it a little bit clearer for when I speak. But, I mean, I feel like I'm kind of yelling. And I know that in my discussions, I like to talk to myself. And when I talk to myself, I talk real low. My digression trains. But, I mean, in my digression train, there's this. Let's see. I can't get it to focus for you peoples. That's not my problem. That's got to be the camera's problem. Operator error. So, through the past several years, I've been trying to learn to cope with life, with depression, mental health, and the Thrill of the Chase was a venue, a time consumer, and it opened up my imagination to the possibilities. And, you know, full circle comes around, but I want to, like the infinity thing, you know how it goes in one loop? But that's the past. Bring me back to right now, my present. But in my present, I want to continue that loop into the future by giving somebody else the opportunity to own a piece of that Forrest friend. Yeah, well, some people had him as a friend. The Forrest Fenn Thrill of the Chase treasure hunt. I'll put that like right there so you can barely see it. As you can see, barely. I don't even know if you can see the coins. But there's these coins, these um, like presidential $1 or Sacagawea. Oh my Atlanta camera. I'm firing the camera guy. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna find a new camera guy, I swear. So that video that is at the top of the video that's at the top of the chat, if you go in there and make a comment, you get a chance 1 in 14 of getting it at least one of these gold colorish $1 American coins. I don't know if you can see this right here or not, but there's also 3 chances to get, well, not for the same person, but there's 3 during the other drawings. There's these other trinkets that I have acquired along the way. There's that looks like an amethyst square stone, but it's got a chip in it. I mean, every story has some kind of trauma with it. That chip has makes it a traumatized chip, but there's still a story behind it. I couldn't tell you what it is, but I probably could, maybe over a fire. Again, the ring right here, it's a silver. Oh, so I'm gonna ruin this pile. Oh, there it falls. Oh, there it goes. There's a silver ring right here, or at least I think it's silver with that stone in there. That stone, to me and my friend, you probably can't even see it that well, and that's okay. That's all right. You don't need to see it that well, because when you see it in person, it looks even more beautiful. Oh, right there. So, the story behind this ring, we were out, we were supposed to go to New Mexico and Texas to continue the story of Pioneer Gold, finding the Lost Padre mine, and getting some kind of digital verification that within 25 feet or more there would be at least a giant cache of non-ferrous metal inside this collapsed in, buried in, refilled in cave, or not cave, but mine entrance. And so Russ's father, Bud, who ended up, he started falling down, like fell down 3 times in one day or something like that. And the time was coming up, and it's like, so we had to cancel. And you can see that we had canceled it. We had made a little clip or something like that saying, hey, we had to cancel the trip. And I ended up going over there to visit Bud and Russ, and I'm glad I did, because like a month or a few months after that, Bud ended up passing away. So I've been trying to stay in touch with Russ, so that he does have family, sisters and stuff like that, but as a friend, I know that when I don't know. I've only watched a lot of movies where a lot of people lose a lot of loved ones, and I try to self-impose those movies and those things onto myself so that I can get a better understanding of how people are acting the way they are acting, or doing the things that they are doing. And I'm my great, not my great uncle, my great uncle, my dad's uncle, he ended up passing away, and he had a slow passing, but he ended up passing in his sleep. So, but Uncle Earl was Uncle Earl. He was cool. That was where I first seen my no, yeah. He had a pen So there was a room at my great uncle's house, and you weren't allowed to go in there. And I'm young, like 7 to 10 or something like that. I barely remember the story, but I remember exactly what happened. You know, the aspects. I ended up going upstairs into the room, and I ended up grabbing a pen. So for those, all right. So We haven't even left the train station yet, which is interesting, and I still got people hanging out here in the train yard. So I'm gonna continue this just after I read some of the chat, because I don't want people to think that when they're coming in, I'm ignoring them. I'm totally not ignoring you guys. I try to go to the chat at the end of the train ride and try to get some of the rider's perspective, but so far, I mean, people either respond or they don't. There's nothing I can do about it. So right now, though, I'm gonna go to chat. I'm gonna just read what, you know, the menu. Like I said, it has a. I started writing down things of topics to talk about because of the comet picker drawing for this coin and why it's going out there, and it's to help raise awareness to mental health and suicide prevention. So I decided to start writing out like a menu of this train ride so that you can see what's going to be talked about in my universe as I share my perspective on Forrest Fenn, myself, and this coin giveaway. And people can hang out, or not. That's cool. I appreciate the people that come out. I appreciate the people that make comments. And that's why I'm saying I'm not trying to ignore people, but I'm the conductor of this train, and if I don't pay attention to the train and I try to pay attention to all the passengers, then this train would go off track so fast that I would like totally lose myself. And that's not the point of Miner's Madness. I mean, you're embarking on the adventures of a man who's gone mad, and now I'm sharing that crazy universe that I've learned to understand from different perspectives, from different people, different searchers, different YouTube channels, different Facebook groups, different types of groups, and that's why I call it the Chase Marketplace. And so, kind of with the Chase Marketplace, there's a menu at the top. These are the things that's going to be talked about on this ride. Like I said, you might want to grab a drink. You might want to grab something to eat. And definitely grab your favorite pillow. And this time you might want to grab a blanket because it's colder. It's colder outside today. As you can see, I got my scab blanket on. So I can heal better from the outside in. Oh, inside out. You know what I mean? Oh, it's cold. And so I'm going to go to chat. I'm going to continue that story about what I found at a young age at my great uncle's house. Uncle Earl, who passed away, But death is a trauma that people share. The thrill of the chase, somebody finding the chest, was the death of a lot of searchers hunt for something. So that's a trauma in itself. And then you have the person who created that trauma, Forrest Fenn, passing away, which again is another trauma that people share. I mean, a lot of people were friends with Forrest. A lot of people looked up to him who haven't even met him. So it was interesting to see how that progressed, and it just kind of leads to, I think there was something more beyond the thrill of the chase than a bunch of coins and stuff, Oh, which by the way, there's this one. It's a 1935 1 penny. That's one of the trinkets that's going up for the giveaway. So Before we leave this train yard, I know that there's people who have said hi and then probably bounced. Sorry I didn't say hi sooner, but hi to you all. Thank you for coming to the rail yard. I hope you find your seats quickly. So, all aboard. Get on this sucker. I'm going to start reading some of these. I'm going to read the comments, and then I'm going to not ignore, but ignore, but not ignore, but try not to ignore the comments as the train's moving, because it just, you know, what's the, this is my ride. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so let's see. We got click, clack, clickety, clack, choo, choo. Howdy, Kiwi. Your mic must be off, no sound. And then John, as soon as I heard that, I'm like, oh my god, I'm freaking out. Pull out the earbud, shut off the Bluetooth. And then John says, I hear you. So it was very nice of Street to let me know that his volume was down. I hope he got that figured out. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the roof. It's definitely a better view from up above. That is a thing. Everything is good. Fantastic. I hope your day is a fantastic day, and that things are going the way that you hope they're going. We have J and F. Good to see you, Kiwi. Till next time, enjoyed our chat that night. Should do it again. So we'll have to definitely do another chat again, because I don't remember it. That's the one thing about being a conductor in the universe of a crazy miner, that when you mine, you follow the veins. The veins go in all kinds of directions. It's just not necessarily just a straight line. Here you go, all squared out. You can pull out your materials. You learn how it's all directions. So, being a miner and having to change my perspective on mining in life and how I look at people nowadays, it's, oh, hey, can you see that? Here, let me put that up there so you can see a little bit of that. It's all blurred, but don't worry. It just says, $5 gold coin from the Fenn Chase Treasure, or some shit like that. But, so yeah. See what I mean? Right there. I got plenty of side cart trays that go up and down the aisles. So you must watch your arms and elbows and legs and feet, because you might get hit with something crazy and you'd be like, what was that? Where did that come from? It's okay. In universes, there's all kinds of asteroids floating out there. You know what I mean? Curveballs coming in from like questions and comments. And that's why, like, part of this train ride. Oh, let's see if we can't get the focus on that. There you go. No, maybe. I know that light is caught. I'll bring this back a little bit more for you. If it don't work, too bad. I'm sorry. One more time. No, that's the best you're gonna get. Oh, what if I go over here just a little bit? See? I'm just trying to make it that aesthetically pleasing to the eye as you listen to a story. Yeah, see, that kind of little bit. If not, oh well, it's a coin. It's going up for a giveaway as a random comment picker from that video link that's at the top of this chat. So, hello Amy, Street, Rob. Thank you guys for coming on. There's something's going on here. Let me read some more of this chat before I digress and start this train. Yeah. Awful things for asking. Amy, what's going on with your day? Awful. Street, thanks for asking. It's like Groundhog Day over and over. Oh, Groundhog Day is a good movie. Though it's been a while since I've seen it. hopefully, Rob, it ain't that disease that's floating out there that changes your body and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? By altering your DNA, that'd be crazy from wherever it came from on the other side, big country. But hey, why must I go? How you doing today? Hopefully you don't go too fast. You stay on board. Tell you what, don't forget to put your coins on the track and streets on the roof. So help yourself to the ladder that's in the middle of the train cart to get onto the roof. Better view up there. Definitely better view up there. But before I start this train ride, it looks like Amy isn't having a good day, and I was wondering if she cared to share what was making her day bad, and maybe somebody might, not me, but maybe somebody else might have an idea or something that might help her change her day from bad to good. And if anything, maybe all you need is a little bit of rest. So like I said, don't forget to bring your pillow and favorite blanket so that you can take a snooze as you listen to me ramble and rumble. Oh, hey. Been there, done that. I don't know what I'm referring to. Yeah, I do. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. So, my kiwi allergies. my bird allergies. I got medicine for that. I believe in natural earth medicines for healing some of nature's allergies from nature's pets and animals and stuff. So, did you say you're tired of sleeping? Ugh. But yeah, so you can listen to my voice. It'll put you to sleep because it's crazy thoughts. It's ideas that are way out there. And yeah, I mean, it's all part of like the thrill of the chase. And then learning like something and teaching something. And, I'm always looking to learn something new from other people. And the only way to do that is when I visit their universes, or like you find people visiting mine. So hopefully you don't get dizzy from spinning around too much. I'm gonna start to ignore the chat, which I do apologize. And yeah, if you notice that the title of this is Forrest Fenn Coin Giveaway End of Month Update. It's not necessarily the 14th drawing, because there's no way in Satan's universe am I gonna reach 114,000. Shoot, I don't even think by the end of this year. So this is gonna be an interesting, long train ride, because at the end of every month, I'm gonna go through and reread the comments of people who have made a comment on that video. And that way, not only do they see that they're recognized by me giving them a heart on their comment, but also by replying to them, and then also by rereading it so that other people can hear themselves and their comments, being read out somewhere in somebody else's universe. It's like a 1, 2, 3. I recognize thee, right? I like that. 1, 2, 3. I recognize thee, because if I can teach somebody something that makes their life easier, I hope I can. If people can teach me how to make my life easier, I hope they do. And to recognize that is to recognize them, let them know that they're seen. And so you can control that in your own universe. And this is my universe. This is what we're doing. So yeah, with that, I'm going to not ignore, but ignore chat, because I got to step away from this video. So I won't be able to see your guys' conversation. But please, keep conversating and let me know, the things you all talking about. Because then I'm going to come back after I'm done reading all those comments, which there's only a few, and let you know what the number is, because uh, we're still not at the fourth, not even the fourth random comment picker for it. We had to reach 112 individual comments from users, or however that works, and we're only at like 78 or something like that, 75. So, I mean, I appreciate the people that have made a comment, and I appreciate the people who share the video so other people can make a comment. But, you know, everything starts out slow. I mean, Earth wasn't created in one day. I mean, neither was Rome. But there was a path that went from the house to my wife's hot tub that was built in a day. So I can say that. See? I just taught you something. So I'm going to step away from here. Please keep conversating. And then, yeah. All aboard! Here we go. I'm going to roll over to comments. So comment station. This is the next spot we're going to. So if you haven't made a comment and you're new to watching Miners Madness, hop on over there with me and just make a comment. And then I'll even heart it. Right there. I'll even respond to it right there. And I'll reread it on here. I mean, it's a win-win-win situation. Because who wouldn't want a chance at winning this $1885 gold coin from Forrest Fenn to throw the chase? I got a chance to own it for as long as it's in my hands. But, I mean, who else wouldn't want to? And that's what the whole thing about Beyond the Thrill of the Chase, and Miners Madness, Kiwi's Road, is, you know, we've learned quite a bit from Forrest Fenn and other people. We're just trying to pass it on, and we'd like to recognize in a small way, you know, the people who have, you know, made differences in other people's lives as well. I haven't even hopped over yet, but the train is already starting to roll. So, when I went back to chats, and it says, there is no Satan, just ego. And I would have to say I have a lot of ego, which I'm trying to lose that ego. I gotta cut it out. It's like a bad anchor, and I just gotta cut it loose. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to cut it loose. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be egotistic, but if I think like Forrest Fenn, a lot of what he was doing was he was advertising. But I don't think he was just advertising to make money. I don't think he was just advertising to get somebody to go find a chest in the woods somewhere. I think he was also advertising how to find knowledge and how to make your life a little bit easier. And there's different ways to do that. And so that's just kind of what I'm trying to recreate in my infinity side. So, and I'm not saying that because my wife's always telling me, why do I keep trying to put movies onto me and then talk to my wife about it? It's like, well, because I empathize with what's going on when I watch movies and listen to music. It's a different understanding when you learn how vibrations and sound work with your body, and how that resonance sits there and resonates the fluids in your body, so that they change shapes and stuff. Did you know that? If not, you know that now. Which leads me to part of what's on the menu at the top. There's society. I wish society was a little bit more empathetic, knowledgeable, and willing to work for the better of the whole, versus those almost singularity type people who seem to have a control or a grasp on we'll put that right there. Oh, it fell. On people, you know, either via religion or rules and laws and regulations and stuff like that. Over the gross abuse of power in the wrong ways from the wrong people instead of doing it from the right ways for the right reasons, so that everybody is, safe and secure and even feel recognized beyond just their who they are as a person, or who they are in just a family, or who they might be in their neighborhood, or who they might be in their city, or how they might run their state, or how they might run their country, or how somebody might run the entire planet. Can you believe that? I mean, that's a possibility. Some may say it's far too fetched, but you never know with all that stuff that's going out there. If you're taking a look at my train ride from, I think it was yesterday, kind of went over how the evolution of communication has gone and changed the way information is passed from person to person, even though information has already been passing through thousands and hundreds of thousands of years through our genes. So, yeah, so that's an interesting conversation. But anyway, just magic words, let go of my ego. Just say the magic words, let go of my ego. Well, let go of my ego. Out the window, there it goes. Ego goes bye-bye, flies away. Kiwi can say I'm an eagle. And I think I might try to do one of those shorts and get her to say I'm an eagle. Just for the fun of it. Because you get her going and she wants something. She says, I'm an eagle real clear. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you said I'm an eagle. And then you do the sign and say I'm an eagle. And she's like, I'm a... It's like, what kind of word and sound is that? So, I'm trying to work on her to say it repetitively clear, versus I'm a screech versus I'm an eagle. So that'll be an interesting short. I'll do that later today. I got the doggy duty today, so, and it's cold as hell outside. So I'm glad I got my scab jacket from Kiwi, so that I can go out there and be a little bit nice and warm around the legs too, because I ain't got me a nice long leather trench coat. I think that'd go nice with this hat, you know what I mean? Yeah, I like that. Like a long leather, you know what I mean? A long leather, yeah, I like that. If you're wearing jeans, at least wear her out. I got some nice good pants that's got like a fur on the inside. They're like, they're almost like Carhartts, but they're not Carhartts, but they got like a nice fur in there. Alright, so I'm going to have to say, keep chatting, and I'll come back and see what y'all been chatting about. I'll see what kind of funny stuff y'all are saying. And feel free to make fun. I mean, this is a crazy train. Anything can go. It don't matter. People got opinions just like they got assholes. It goes hand in hand, I'm just saying. Oh, I wanted to address that scab thing, and I'm gonna address it right after I'm done reading those comments from the video that's at the top of the link. That's for the coin drawing. Let's see here. We're going back here. I'd click on this and let y'all listen to it if you wanted to, but if I see a bunch of ones go on there, I'll play the video that you go to make a comment on for your chance to win. You won't be able to see it, but you could hear it. It might sound kind of, but I don't know. Hit some ones. Let's find out. No, so, newest comments. So this video is designed to be a self-advertising, self-promoting way of thinking. But if I wouldn't have been able to get to this point, gotten to this point, or arrived at this point, had it not been for some of the people I've learned from. And Forrest Fenn was one of those people that I've learned from by just reading his stories, and then by listening to some of the other expansions on his life through his uh, what were they called, little snippets he was putting out there, scrapbooks and whatnots, and his other two books, and then watching some of the videos that other people were making and had of Forrest talking, and just listening to Forrest and how his tone and mood would change when he was talking about certain things. And so with that, we got a new comment on there. So we get to this will be fun, and I'm gonna heart it when I do this one. So just because it's a whether you same person, different person already commented. If there's a new comment on there, you're getting hearted, man, hearted. So we're not up to 112 yet, but I see that we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh yeah, so you can drop out a chat, go comment on that video that's at the top. Like I said, share it. Tell your friends real quick. Hey man, get on there. Let's see if we can't get this thing done by 112 and do another drawing random comment. We're only at 70 something, 80. If you share it now, people who've been on this train know that this train can go long. It's gone like 2 hours yesterday. You can't. It's only 100 or 100. It's only one new user that makes a unique comment. The same person can't comment 10 times and have the number go out. I mean, like mine. When I seen it the other day, it was high. I'm like, oh my god, it's like 156, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's I need to go draw this. And then it's like, oh, there's only like 50 something unique comments. It's like, oh man. But now it's up to like 70 something. So yeah, share it so other people on your Facebook or their friends, because you never know, one of your friends or relatives might end up getting this coin, and then you can try to talk to them and persuade them to give it to you. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Bank robbers and stagecoach drivers, they try to sweet talk you out of your coin so that you don't have to die. I'm just saying. And sometimes they just kill you anyway because it's just easier to take it from a dead person than somebody fighting. Look at today's society. It's kind of scary. They're trying to bring it back to the West and stuff. All right. So here we go. OTAC says, good luck to all who enter. And I definitely agree. Good luck to everybody who has entered so far. There's 14 drawings. You can only win once out of the 14. But on the 14th drawing, everybody who has even won has a chance at this Fenn coin. So that everybody who's made a comment, once it surpasses that 114,000, everybody will have a chance at it. I feel sorry for the people that don't have YouTube, but so far this is the YouTube adventure. This is Kiwi's Road. This isn't me on Facebook. This is Kiwi's Road on YouTube. So share it, pass it, tell them, hey man, just leave a comment like a press 1 on there, or a 2, or a 69, whatever have you. Hashtag 988. Is it hashtag? Yeah, hashtag. Pound sign. Or what are they? Pound that, man. Pound 988. That's like the New Day thing, isn't it? Or something like that. See? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, 68. Who else? We got Susie Fenhaman. It's the thrill of the chase. And it most definitely is. This is beyond the thrill of the chase for me. A way to pass it forward in a manner of random comment pickers so that somebody can get this Forrest Fenn $5 gold coin that was auctioned off from heritage auctions, and that way they can have a chance at the thrill of the chase continuing, which kind of goes along with the whole scab thing, and I'll get to that later, because you know, if I got this is my scab right here, that might help somebody else finish healing when they receive this scab, this coin. Oh, I'm laughing too much. Excuse me. If I ended up just coughing too much and I keel over, just dial 911 and tell them where I'm at. The brain cave outside. But it's maybe that might be able to pass on to somebody else who's was in the thrill of the chase, and maybe it might help them heal themselves by saying, "Hey, I got a piece of this Forrest Fenn treasure, and all I had to do was make a comment on a video." That's pinned at the top. So this one is a. My nephew lost his battle to this beast, so I am. So this is. I'm just gonna say Robert. My nephew lost his battle to this beast, so I am familiar with your cause. And I pray we all donate something to assist our local agencies who assist our youth. And so to get personal with trauma, I mean, in life, there has been times where I have thought, just pull the steering wheel. It's not an easy thing to share, but it's something to share so people can maybe see. If I had pulled the steering wheel, my life would still probably exist, but maybe in a worse way, versus just trying to end it so it's not as painful as I think it is. Which goes along with mental health and depression. It took, counseling, a bunch of people, even like Forrest Fenn, to share some of his trauma stories, to kind of open up my eyes to a different perspective of looking at life. There's some other, stories that go along with that, and it's, to see life in a more positive way than a more negative way is something I think is worth sharing. So beyond the thrill of the chase, doing this whole comet picker drawing to give away a coin that was part of a treasure hunt, there's more meaning to it than it being just a coin. The thrill of the chase helped me heal. And in that essence, I hope that the coin will help somebody else heal, to give them some type of closure. So, there's a reason, there's a rhyme and reason, there's manifestation of different things. And my Beyond the Thrill of the Chase, my book, this YouTube channel, Kiwi's Road, about me and Kiwi and our journey learning to cope with depression and mental health, is important because I hope somebody else can learn from it. And so when somebody has lost somebody to suicide because of one reason or another, or to have even lost a loved one, is probably extremely hard. So I'm trying to learn at life in a different perspective, where I look at the past, present, and future and realize it's always the now. And in the now, who am I reaching out to let them know I love them, so that in their mind, in their memory, they have a vision of me, that it's caring and loving, that we're making a bond, so that even in death, that bond hopefully won't break, because that emotion, that and that thought of your loved ones are still there. And I just think it's a way to you know, when you're thinking down, you're trying to reach out at your lowest point, and people point to God or Jesus, and that's fine and that's okay. But there's nothing wrong to point out just to yourself, and there's nothing wrong to point out other people, because through them other two that I had named, other people have learned positive things and have passed it along. And so I just feel that if I have the chance now to help spread some type of positive word, whether it be singular or not, or a long, long sentence that are putting you to sleep, and your eyes are closing and you're drifting away, and then you need to get something to drink because it's like, oh my goodness gracious, this guy does not know how to take a breath. I don't. My mind's always going, man. It's like I'm in a mind tunnel, and there's all kinds of different shafts and people here that I'm, it's like there's a lot of good information here. It's good. I like it. My wife said I should do something like this, and it's like, and this was like a year and a half ago or something like that, that she told me I should do something like this, and it's like, how do I make it work? How do I manifest it and make it become a reality? So this is my universe. You're in my reality. I appreciate y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all for commenting on that video that's pinned at the top of the chat. Appreciate you sharing it. And I hope, I truly hope that as viewers, people who have made a comment, I hope that you get a chance to get this. And even if you have already purchased, I mean, that's the story. If you've already purchased in one part of the thrill of that chest and you get this, well, I hope it does exactly what you need it to do for you. If it adds one more to your collection and it makes you happy, awesome. If you end up doing something else or paying it forward or whatever, that's awesome. Because you already got other pieces of the thrill of the chase. But if you don't have any of it, then all you got is memories that you've taken either by yourself or with a loved one, you at least have a chance now to have a coin, which is this $5 gold piece from the thrill of the chase. So, like I said, it's a win-win situation. I think I win. Somebody out there wins. 14 other people win them gold-colored coins. 3 other people along that will win one of those trinkets, that big, 1 penny, 1935, or that silverish ring. So I always say silverish and goldish, if you notice. And there's a reason why I try to do that. Hey Andy, thank you for stopping by. I know there were some other people new that stopped by too. Thank you. So, who's next? So, I hope that... So, this is a way for me to kind of give back in raising that awareness to mental health and suicide prevention. And so, I really appreciated that from Robert for sharing something like that, because tragedies do bond. Oh, there was that other coin that fell down. Or not the coin, the stone. Where'd that go? Uh-oh. We lost the stone, people. Alright, that amethyst disappeared. There must be little gremlins in here. Kiwi, you in here? I don't see Kiwi. Alright, this is from James. Oh, wait, what? Wait a minute. Well, this would be interesting. And I didn't even think about it till now. So, James, from one James to another, nicely done. Great to hear Forrest Fenn voice again. My son battles and has come out the other side. I am so proud of him. Many have not. The struggles are real and happen too often. Never forget to reach out. You never know who you could save by just asking if they need an ear. And I'd like to recognize that and say, I think it's awesome, James, if you're ever out there and you ever watch this, that your son has come out the other side. And there's other people that are in the chat channel that are having and are going through tough times. And at the very least, you're not alone. Number 988 is at the very least available. Sometimes your friends may not be there, but it doesn't mean that they don't care. But at the very least, there's one hand that I'm hoping is still out there reaching out, and that's through the 988. So I don't know what everybody does. Mental health is a big thing, Everybody does everybody has it, a brain. So there's no such thing as a perfect person. Not that I know of, at least maybe a JC, but who knows? So thanks, James, for sharing that. We got Bill, long live Kiwi. I told Bill, I says, if Kiwi passes away, I'm gonna get her stuffed in the motion that she does with her wing. She stretches out her wing, and it's just beautiful. And so I'm gonna have her kind of displayed either like that, or I might think of just having it as her little tennis ball, puffy self. If he can do that, I might do that better. That way I can put my little tennis ball with me wherever I may go, since she's flying where I can't follow her. So that's how I'll make her live longer. Golden, he says howdy howdy, or she says howdy howdy, or they says howdy howdy. Justin, this is great. Again, thank you. Carrie, love the video. I love treasure hunts, both live and armchair. Maybe when I retire, I can do more. Thank you for the video. You're more than welcome, and I hope when you retire, you can do more treasure hunting of different types and ways. Life is just an amazing adventure when things kind of change for you, you know what I mean? And hopefully this might help change somebody's perspective on life, Who doesn't like a coin? Especially when it's free. Or is it? All I ask is for your time. Time on it. So get a drink. Time on this ride. Davey says, hello again. I found this video. So she was commenting on another video, which I'm wondering if... No, I'm going to just leave them as they are, I guess. Because, it's through this method, the chit-chatting that's going on in the cart as I'm driving this train. You know what I mean? Great idea, man, from Charles. The thrill of the chase kind of inspired this idea, and I was chomping at the bit to see how to make this thing work in some sort of way, fashion. But I wasn't able to sink my teeth into it until that auction thing said you won. Oh, and I was like, woo, yeah. And I'm like, woo, yeah. Because I didn't want the wife to hear me yelling too loud. Because, it was like, okay, now I have my little golden hook, Who doesn't like going fishing? And I'm pretty sure, there was a man at one point in time was saying to somebody else that I will make you fisher of men. But, it's not like I'm trying to fish for anybody. I'm just advertising. Who doesn't like advertisement? Self-advertisement is the way to go. It shows you who the person is and what they're about versus what other people tell you who they are and what they're about. Didn't Forrest Fenn say something like that? Alright, anyway, Jeep Girl. Hope you're getting closer to your goal. Good luck, everyone. Definitely good luck, everyone. No, we are not getting close to my goal. 114,000 comments is a lot of comments from a lot of unique users. So I guess it all depends on how the community shares the advantage. I mean, that's how you get it going. The more you share, the more you care. The more you care, the more somebody might get that coin. Oh, check it out. It's right there. See that? Oh, ain't that beautiful? It feels heavy, too. It feels real heavy. So heavy it's putting a cramp in my shoulder. Good thing I got my scab jacket on to keep it healing. Oh, it's interesting, too, because when I got Kiwi on here, even having this material on, I mean, I can still feel her claws in me if I pay attention to my energy source, my chakras, my nervous system, which is interesting. You'll notice there was a second video I posted at the top of the chat. That second video is an interesting video that I'm kind of going to talk about on this train ride towards when I hop back over to the chit chat channel of chit chats on this train cart, because I think it's very interesting because it's on the menu. It's on the menu. If you haven't read the menu, go back to the top of the chat, read my comments. That's the menu of this train ride. And I hope you enjoy it. Some people are on the top of the roof enjoying it. Sometimes we slow down. When you see it slowing down, hop out, throw your coins on the train track if you haven't already. Be careful. Sometimes the crossing guards come down. Those are the digression carts that you got to watch out for. They'll come out of nowhere. I mean, like right now, the whole digression. Instead of just reading comments, it's like, come on. You think people are here to see you read comments about other people and what they think and feel in life? Well, this is my universe. I thank you for coming by. I hope you enjoy it. And I enjoy people's comments. So I'm going to share what I enjoy. Back to reading. Pirate says, Shakespeare said, if you know who you are, if you know you have your entrances, you have your exits, you play your part and you go. Thanks for playing your part. The Bird 2, 79 or 80 cool coin. It's an 1880 $5 gold coin from the Thrill of the Chase. And I'm considering this my second act. I've already been plagued with for me, I would call the prospect of death. I was already plagued with it. So I've already gone to the what's beyond death. And for me, it was hard to see what was beyond there. Through the Thrill of the Chase, learning a new perspective from Forrest Fenn and other people and other searchers, I've learned to take that empty negative and fill it with hopefully better positive things, so that my Act 2, which is now part of giving away that Forrest Fenn Thrill of the Coin, because it was part. Come on, if you haven't followed on, this train loop is an infinity thing. You know, how can I, as a person, make myself feel important enough that I feel I'm important to other people, and that because of that, it keeps carrying on. So that when somebody's at their low point, they can think, oh, I remember that dude that was doing Miners Madness, and he said this stupid trauma that he had and this stupid idea that he found that he was reading, but I kind of get it now, and oh, maybe I should do this, or maybe I should go there, or maybe I should read this, or maybe I should say that. I mean, who hasn't wanted to be in the forefront of somebody else's thoughts? I mean, who doesn't want to sit there and be like, will you love me for me? But I've had to ask that question, do I love me for me? You know? And because of it, I've made new friends. I made great memories now. I look at time as a different meaning, because I really try not to look at it. I mean, what I'm trying to do, you know, personally, is just kind of make everything just meld together, because in the world, everything kind of stays the same. Every day is still the same. Sun rises, sun sets. If it rains, it rains. If the wind's blowing, it's blowing. I mean, if there's an earthquake, there's an earthquake. The only thing that's changing are the people in it. It keeps rotating and doing this and doing that and saying this and saying that. And it's like nature to me is just way more easier, less complicated than all them different universes in that being people, you know. But I've learned to grow with it, learn from it, and apply it. I got a fortune cookie says, look into others what you love and apply it to yourself. So that's just kind of part of the trick of the trade that I've been trying to do. So I like that Shakespeare thing. That's why Forrest Fenn probably used it. That guy says, does Roadrunner taste like chicken? I wonder if kiwi tastes like chicken. She probably does. I wouldn't want to try to find out though, but I know pheasant tastes like chicken. Pheasant though is just a little bit stringier. You know, if you don't know, try some pheasant. If you don't know where to go get some pheasant, come up to Idaho. We take you hunting. We go get some pheasant, marinate it, teriyaki, throw it on the grill, eat it up. Yum, yum, yum. Do some corn on the cob, mashed potatoes and gravy. Oh yeah, pheasant hunting. Come on up, we do some pheasant hunting. Queen says mental health is definitely overlooked by the insurance companies and the government. I appreciate what you're doing. And I would have to agree, because fixing bones and blood vessels and hearts and it's a lot easier than to fix the mind of people. The bones and flesh and stuff is limited down to, X amount of blood cells and X amount of bones and X amount of tissue and X amount of organs. You get my picture, but it's limited. In your mind, it's unlimited. So it's a lot harder to fix the perspective or the personality of a person's mind, because it's such a vast array of different things from different people in different areas and different situations. So it is sad that they don't try to address the mental health growth of people at a younger age and foster it where it's more impressionable, and where I think would be the biggest help, and especially with the rifts between families because of either state or government, tearing families apart and keeping them separated versus trying to get them rejoined together in a meaningful way. I was part of the foster. I wasn't a foster child. We joined the foster system so that we could foster children. And so, had to do a parenting class, this, that, rigmarole, fingerprint checks and all that good stuff. And, we did that chapter, and, that's, on the shelf somewhere behind me. Like right over there is that chapter. Over there, by the books, over there. So, I wish they had or would do something with the government, the education system, and the parents to help foster a better youth growing system in the communities, especially where they're broken the most. B says, I know why must I go's X location. What is yours? What is yours or area of? So, I responded with my X location was Fenn Rock, because I looked at it as a rock, as a blaze, a specific style rock that there's a picture of would be a perfect blaze that would test time over a tree. And so when we drew that conclusion, we had it marked on a map that we were going to go there, and we went and we searched, and it wasn't there. So that was our X though, was Fenn Rock, our first boots on the ground and everything. And That was January, February, March, April, May was January, February, March. I think March I was introduced to the Thrill of the Chase. April, May. I think May is when I picked Fenn Rock. May, June. I think either June or July is when I went and searched at Fenn Rock and it wasn't there. Keep in mind, the entire time I was sitting there sharing my solve and how I got there and why I think it was there and this and that on all the different AGKs, Calazars, some of the other I mean, I was sharing from the very beginning because if I may not find it, hopefully the information I provided could help somebody else find it, or at least draw them to a better reasoning of why they would go there, and search in the area I was searching. And, but yeah. I mean, because even that would be part of a cool story was, oh yeah, that person used my information. If that person said, yeah, I looked at his video and it gave me a better reason why to look there. I mean, that'd be cool enough, you know what I mean? And I'm sure there's plenty of searchers out there who would probably agree with me and think the same thing, that, yeah, that would have been cool if they used my spot and whatnot. I mean, who wouldn't? Yeah, just a little slice of the pie. Come on now. Who doesn't want to eat some of that goody goody? I know I do. And I was able to get, unfortunately, a piece of that goody goody, which is this. That $1885 gold coin from the Thrill of the Chase, which is being given away as a random comment picker to that video that's at the top of the chat. Go there and make a comment. Get yourself a chance to get that there coin. Oh, we got B again. Some great memories. However, rock, wall, and roof area were leveled more than natural. So I think they had a spot, and they were gonna go look there. Got froze out. Then they had to. When they went back to look there, that spot had caved in and everything. So they were just sharing more of that story. Oh, here we go. So this is the newest comment that somebody made on the video. This is from Bo. So, Bo, you get a heart. Boom. Because you made a comment and it's being read live while I'm live. So, there's a heart to you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Ta 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 ta. And you say, I wish I could have lived to do the things I was attributed to. If my name is drawn, give mine to a vet. I love it. Oh. What am I doing here? Why am I liking my own stuff? I love it. I love it. I love it. So, as a veteran, that is, part of, the whole thing, being able to do this, and the idea, because, you would have to find a vet and give it to a vet yourself, So, I created another shirt for the t-shirt contest down there at the World Series of Fenn. That the name's going to be changed to you heard it here, whether it's true or not. Maybe it might stick. I want to call it the WSOT, and that's World Series of Treasures, because everybody there playing is a treasure or a treasured memory that is being created, whether new or old. So, WSOT, I think, would be World Series of Treasures. Meeting different people, getting different gifts, winning different prizes. I think that would work. I'm just saying. I mean, I like to start rumors, just like Shiloh's going to the World Series of Fenn, or World Series of Treasures, seem to be named. At some point in time, maybe to do an announcement on K-Pro and Calazar's show got hijacked, renaming WSOF to WSOT. So that's a good rumor you guys should start, because then I'd be like, look, I had a hand in that, and then you guys had a hand in it, and then next thing you know, the Chase community is calling it the WSOT versus WSOF, and it's because of the World Series of Treasures, and they heard it from some guy in a cowboy hat called Kiwi's Road, and be like, yeah, that was us, Kiwi. You know what I mean? Come on, who doesn't love starting rumors? Huh? I'm not trying to create any drama. There's no drama. Drama, no drama. So, back to what I was saying is I created another shirt that is both. So, at the point in time, there was 22 veterans creating that was having suicide a day. So I had learned to tell myself, you know, if I pull that wheel, I'm one of the 22. I don't want to be one of the 22. I want to be a 23. So on my shirt, it says be a 23. It's so that I'm a 23rd veteran who didn't commit suicide, learned from others how to change my how to rewire and change my mental thought and process to a more positive and productive way versus the other direction, and that was only viable and through learning through other people, their stories that they share and how they've overcome certain situations and stuff like that. So that's part of that continuation. It's all a story. Beyond the Thrill of the Chase is my story, my Be at 23, and how the Thrill of the Chase helped me. And it was able to give me this coin that I can give away to somebody else, so that maybe they can still have hope for something and learn something and maybe even heal from it. And so that's just part of the whole kind of idea and agenda so far on this crazy train that is Miner's Madness. So with that one, I need to respond, but I'm not gonna respond yet. I gotta remember to hit that one. So I'm gonna leave that one. I hearted it, but I'm gonna unheart it. That way, when I get off, I can go back in there and heart it again and reply to it, so that I see that I need to reply to it. And so with that, I'm heading back over to you all into the train cart. I hope you got some drinks. Refresh your drink if you need to. Now's a good time. Get some coins out there. Oh, coins. Talk about coins. So there's that coin. And then there's this other coin right there, that 1935 1 penny. But there's also these other coins that are part of the giveaway. So I learned something interesting yesterday, and I happened to learn it after I made my video yesterday. In my video yesterday, in case you missed it, I'll just read the title to it. It was titled Miner's Madness, Forrest Fenn, Pareidolia, and God's Existence to Me. And it was how I equated God, the Creator, Earth, Mother Earth, nature, all the mean for me, the total sum of all energy, to include the energy that is us, atoms, trees, all that other good stuff. And along that explanation, I was doing other things, talking about other meanings and possibilities. So afterwards, I had watched this video and I had learned this thing about it's called the central spinal fluid, central spinal fluid. CSF is what it's called, and I'll get into that. I'm gonna hop over on the chat. I'm gonna see what's going on in chat. You'll hear some blah blah blahs, and I'll actually read some stuff. And if you need something to look at as I'm just gathering my thoughts, I'm just gonna sit there and talk about this thing I learned and how I look at this stuff. Oh, this is for you guys. These is for you peoples. This stuff is for you. To include this. This is for you. You can get your chance All you gotta do is go to that video at the top and make a comment. Oh, what happened? Why did it do that? Focus. Focus, Obi-Wan Kenobi. No, we don't want to focus on it. Oh, what if we put it closer to you? Oh, if it fell down. Oh, it broke the plastic too. The plastic's completely shattered. No? Alright, anyway, it don't matter. Look at a blurry thing. I'll do this. I'll put it upside down so you can look at it like that. There. It's blurry. It's okay. You don't need to see it. You can see it if you win and it's in your hands when you get it in the mail. That'd be cool. I wouldn't open it though, because then the resale value or whatever you want to do with it makes it difficult. So I'm gonna go into chat here and I'm gonna say some hi to some of these people that have sat there and made comments. I noticed that there's other people inside, and I've noticed that we've got a lot of train jumpers, which is awesome. We love train jumpers. So if you got a hand out there, reach it out there and grab somebody and bring them on board. Who doesn't like crazy people in a crazy location doing crazy and saying crazy things? That's what we're all about. That's why it's called Minder's Madness. The craziness that is inside this brain that I'm sharing in my universe digitally by making a diary to myself, and people are joining. So I appreciate it. I really do. And if you like the content, please let me know. If you don't like the content, please let me know. And if you'd like to see some different kind of content, please let me know. So in other words, I'm just trying to reflect what people want so I can kind of appease everybody in a sense. Which is kind of like beyond my thrill and my chase, And I like it. So anyway, let's go to chat here. And I'm just going to, like I said, oh, somebody said I had chips and salsa. I ain't even gone back that far yet. Okay, that's as far as I can go back. Streets here, going live tonight. Who's going live? Otak, you going live tonight? Who's going live tonight? See, I'm like way far behind, which is okay. Streets going live on Wednesday. And then, Otak, you are going live tonight. Yeah. How you like that? Hey, you like them apples? So everybody that's joined us, I guess Otak's going live tonight. Hope to see you there, because I'll be there. Well, I'll be in chat unless she sits there and says, hey, come on, and then I'll come on. I like it better when I'm invited versus just knocking at the door, coming on in, you know what I mean? I mean, who doesn't like being invited to parties? I wasn't invited to too many parties when I was a kid. What about you all? How many parties were you invited to? I lived a sheltered life. So sheltered that it was, I feel bad for myself. Mm-hmm. I'm cross-reading now. I just seen somebody say hobo. This does not mean I'm a hobo. This is Kiwi's bathroom jacket. I wear it because it's cold as shit out here in the garage, or in the shed. And it's cold, so it keeping me warm. And it's, when she's on me, she uses it. So that when I take it off, I can, sit on the furniture, sit around the house, talk to people, and not have bird crap all over me. So, if you don't like my garments, that's quite okay. We don't mind. This is part of my let me click on that thing so I can read it appropriately. This is part of my Chase Actors Guild attire. This helps me heal. It's kind of my scab. Which, if you think about it, it's like I was saying about this coin, the thrill of the chase, it was something to help me heal. The thrill of the chase was a scab that helped me heal, so that I can peel that scab off. You know what I mean? And heal appropriately. And that's the way I'm moving, But I noticed that in this Chase Actors Guild, I'm a member. So I gotta keep the attire for appropriate reasons. I wouldn't want to offend the especially the foreign ambassador Mr. Big Scabs, UK Paw Paw. I definitely wouldn't want to do that. And, especially, uh, why must I go? I gotta make sure. And I see we got Big Rob, Kiwis Road. Oh, I was number 4. That's awesome. We got J Street, Trusted Living, OTAC, Greg from Brutal Truth, Steve Klein, Nomadic Madman, Pirate, Bird and Charlotte, Luli, Glenna, Robert, all kinds of people that are out there that are trying to maybe still heal or maybe help others heal or still around like a scab, on a wound, healing stuff. It's not a bad thing. Being a scab is not a bad thing. Being a scab is it helps the body heal. And when the body's done healing, the scab goes away. If you pick that scab too early, man, pus starts running out and oozing everywhere, blood and this and squirting. You're like, oh my god! You're sniffing it and stuff, and then you're like, oh my god, it's got gangrene. Next thing you know, you're chopping your arm off, and now you got a bigger scab. No, don't like scab. So I looked up the dictionary. It says scab, a dry, rough, protective crust that forms over a cut or a wound during healing. So, it's a good thing. If I can be a scab a little bit longer beyond the thrill of the chase and give somebody else the opportunity to win this portion of my scabism, which is this coin here, then I'll be a proud member of the Scab Club, because the thrill of the chase helped me heal. Other members of the chase community, they helped me heal. So I hope that this coin being given away on the 14th random common picker helps that person heal, whoever wins it. And if not, then I'm sure it'll do whatever they need it to do. And then, but there's another part of scab, because I was telling my wife about this high society of paid or unpaid Actors Guild it says, so scabies of domestic animals. Scabies, who's got scabies? It says a crust of hardened blood and serum over a wound. And then it says a contemptible person. And then it's got these 4 things underneath it. It says a worker who refuses to join a labor union, a union member who refuses to strike or returns to work before a strike has ended, a worker who accepts employment or replaces a union worker during a strike, and then one who works for less than union wages or a non-union terms. And, well, it sounds like the person's trying to make ends meet, doing whatever they got to do just to get by, you know what I mean? So, that's all I'm saying. Uh-oh, I just seen that one. Well, Suki for a coin. She can try all she won't. This, whoever you're referring to. But I would suggest that they wouldn't. I'm just saying. I've done no harm to nobody for no reason. And I've tried nothing but to be kind and polite to people that I meet and interact with. So I would hope nobody would come at me with ill intent. That would be no bueno, as they say. Oh, and so a whole bunch of this chat just scrolled on down. Now I don't even know what happened. So I gotta scroll back up just so I can read what was going on, because I'm totally lost in this thing. So, I can continue going on now reading y'all's comments from the chat, so I can try to get caught up to what y'all are saying. Or I can just, cut loose right here and be like, hey, that'd be the end of the show. Up to you guys. Hit 1 if you want me to continue reading you guys' comments to myself and out loud if they're interesting. Or two, if you're all gonna say adios, because if you do, then I'll just say adios too. But I got wind chimes outside. I got a little heater right here trying to keep me warm. I got my scab jacket on. I can keep reading. See what people are yapping about in the chat on this train ride in the community car here. The the Chase Marketplace train car is what it is. So OTAC, I really do have to though. Why? Mind over matter is definitely a thing. Uh-oh. Because there's no more room, they told me today for 6 months. Aww. Well, that's no bueno. Rob, yep, I can't admit myself into a hospital because there's no more room, they told me today for 6 months. So, like, I'm seeing... Oh, I'm seeing an interesting conversation. So, Indy's going to take up bandwidth. So, I'm definitely going to sit there and watch her take up that bandwidth. You got to be careful, though. You know, take up too much of that bandwidth, then it's like, oh, what happened? What happened? OTAC, possibly I need to let Barbara know I had multiple boots on the ground adventures she lost and is only aware of Montana. Yeah, I'd like to hear more of your boots on the ground, Indy. You know, it's interesting. People who talk about their boots on the ground, the stories that interest me are you know, kind of the general area, you know, a little description, and then kind of like, did they meet anybody on their boots to the ground, and were they able to draw their attention towards the thrill of the chase or not? You know, be interested to hear those types of stories. So OTAC had some chips and salsa. My wife made some salsa. It was hotter than hell. I have to sit there with my glass of milk and be like, chip, dip, mouth, drink, milk. Tastes good, baby. Dip, dip. There goes the milk. Gotta wash down that fire. Whew. It was spicy. She said all she did was add jalapeno with the seeds. Crushed up little jalapeno seeds in there. And then it turns around where you're like, oh, here we go. You ready? I just figured this out. Oh, you can see a little bit more of that beautiness that is that coin. There we go. No? Yes? Maybe so. Too bad. There you go. We'll look at it like that. I'll put that ring back up right there. But, so, my wife and I, we like to make jalapeno poppers when we have guests, visitors, and parties and stuff like that. We like playing poker. So if you're ever in my side of town, we'll throw a poker party together. I'm just saying. Who doesn't like hanging out with new friends, playing some cards? So jalapeno poppers, and we make ours with cream cheese, a packet of ranch dressing, the seasoning, and then some liquid ranch dressing in there. And then we'll cut the jalapeno in half. We'll take the inside out, the seeds, and the rib there, that rib line. And then we'll stuff it with that mixture. And then we'll wrap it with some bacon. Throw it in the oven, 350, 375 for like an hour or so. Come out nice and good, crispy. The cheese is melting. But, yeah. Sit there and scrape out the ribbon seeds, and it leaves a nice little like a nice little. Oh, I'll pull out that sidecar here in a second. So it pulls out like this nice little rib of seeds and stuff, and you give it to Kiwi, and Kiwi's like, I eat them seeds, jalapeno seeds, right? And then I'm like not thinking, oh Kiwi, what you doing, girl? Oh, come give me kisses. And then it's like, holy shit, I need a cow. I need a cow. Give me all that milk. Oh, give me the milk. I need milk. Give me the jug. I forget because the oil, she likes jalapeno seeds, but that oil that's on her beak sits there and gets on your skin and it starts burning like a mother. Oh, like somebody took a hot iron poker and like shoved it on your lips and stuff. It's like, duh. Then you get a glass of milk rubbing on your lips like chapstick, going out of style. So, side cart, earlier I was talking about my great uncle who passed away. And a fond, not fond memory, but a memory. Yeah, she is. She can be evil. Ask JJ. Oh, hey son, how you doing? Ask JJ how Kiwi can be. But just the memory I had was I had gone up into that forbidden room. I had found this pen. And I noticed that you could look inside of it. And then you click it and you could see an image in there. Yeah, that was my like one of my introduction to adult pens that I didn't even realize they made and stuff like that. It was crazy. But yeah, I mean, so he was my great uncle. Back to chat here. Bubbles make every washing. Oh, bubbles make every washing better. You use cold water or hot water when you wash. I'm assuming they're trying to tell you to use cold water so you're not using hot water because hot water uses the electricity to heat the hot water. So they're saying that you can do your laundry with cold water versus hot water. But you would think that the hotness from the water would break up the molecules of the dirt and grime and all that stuff versus the cold water, which contracts all that stuff and makes it hotter and solid. I don't know. But I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what they say. Don't you? I watched them laundry commercials. They're crazy. So everybody in the chat, in case you haven't noticed, you seen their name that says JJ and then Smith. That JJ is James the 5th. So everybody in the room, please say hi, JJ. How you doing? I hope your day's going good, son. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you like watching what you're seeing because it's crazy stuff. Oh, by the way, JJ, seeing as how you are the 5th generation of our name, Grandpa yesterday was, when I was talking to him, he was wondering, he was all afraid and scared and worried when he realized, when I told him that you go by JJ Smith on Facebook. And he's like, oh my God, I'm worried. He was worried about our namesake and that heritage line. And I told him, I says, Dad, don't you worry. I think JJ knows what he's doing. And I kind of left it at that. No, I was like, I hope he sits there and continues the 6. I mean, if you think of kings and queens, you got Henry VIII, you got King Philip II. I mean, there's just Prince Harry, whoever. I mean, there's just a bunch of that generational name that carries on. And so I think having Roman numerals at the end of our namesake is a pretty cool thing. So I do hope you have a son growing up. And in my universe, your son's name is already James Joseph Millett the 6th. But I'm just throwing that out there. But, hey, that's just me. That's just my bias. I'm not trying to shove that onto you, son. No worries or pressure whatsoever. Yes, there is. There's a lot of pressure. There is. I'm just saying. No, there's no pressure, though. I love you, son, and I support you in whatever you do and however you name your kids. The 6th. But back to chat. Might be planetary alignments, Rob. It's crazy how... So, if you think about it, if our planet has a magnetic field around it that is distorting and stuff, then wouldn't you think all these other planets have magnetic fields too? And so when they're lining up, you think them magnetic fields kind of feed off of each other in a form and either create a more cohesive or bigger magnetic field when they're aligned versus what's separate? Crazy things to think about. That was from Street. At least you don't have kids. At least somebody doesn't have kids. I sat on my bed yesterday and I tie tinsel into my hair. I know that looked pretty cool, tying tinsel into your hair. Somebody played their cards wrong, and hopefully they got a new deck so they can play a new game, because the game's only over if you get up and walk away, yeah, or crawl away. But if you can change your their bad story. What's a bad story? Oh, what is it? Now that's funny, JJ. I can't wait to reread that one. What colors? You're doing Spirit Week at school. Silver lining in the hair. Let's see, hidden meaning. Silver lining in the hair. I wonder where JJ got the idea to run naked around chasing chasing whoever he was chasing. I missed it. I have to reread it. My son. Keep it going, kid, because now we're getting into dead space. This is the time where people need to jump out and put your coins on the track so you can get some shiny stuff to make some jewelry, maybe reline a wall, turn it into a mirror, making everything flat. Now, where did Galaxy go? He probably bounced because they put him to sleep. Sat there, hit the OK snooze button. Need to roll over. Like I said, though, I do appreciate everybody who stopped by and show support, sits there and talks in chat. I don't mean to ignore people, but in a sense, I kind of do mean to ignore people so I can stay on the small train of thought that I have that isn't there. He should go live. It is cold in Idaho. It is cold today. No, not this person. Yeah, heard about that, Rob. I hope that things can change for you in a better sense. And we enjoy the content that you throw out there. We enjoy listening to you on the other channels. There's, I've been separated from my wife, in my mind at least half a dozen times before I realized, what I was trying to do and accomplish in life, and it made me have to think. So I want to throw this one out there. I'm caught up. My son, I'm caught up. I got the ones. Louis says to Rob, remember when one door closes, others open, and it's true. Bill had the most boots on the ground. My son says I'm a wimp when it comes to spice. And I must totally agree with him. No, don't retract your messages, son. I want to see them. And she's right, or JJ's right. Kiwi can be evil. She's okay if I'm not around. She'll get on people. If I'm around, don't come around me because she'll come and attack people. But you can get her to associate, and that's what we're doing, is working on getting her to associate. Hold on. Oh, my lanta, there goes all my lungs and stuff inside, just blew up like a balloon. Bless me, in case you didn't know, I just sneezed. It was a hard one to do. But it was sitting right there, and it was like, oh, my lanta, it's happening. Control that airflow. Tell bad stories about JJ. And now I'm trying to think of what kind of bad stories. I know he was running from some girls or something like that, and then ended up breaking his nose running into a pipe that was running across the playground. Do you remember that, JJ, or did I tell that wrong? That's not a bad story. That's just kid stuff. It chases me. And that is true too. And I would have to agree with Smoking Joe on that last comment. When one pair of legs closes, another one opens. The same thing with I mean, love will make you do crazy things. You know, speaking from me, from my perspective as a guy, love and women will make you do crazy things, and it's crazy the things you do. Um, Shit, I drove across a couple states just for some fun, and I mean it's just crazy. But if you don't do crazy things, then you'll never know what normal things are, or is the normal things crazy and the things you do crazy are normal? Makes you wonder and ponder, don't it? Anyhow, I seen that the chat started dying down, which is okay. Been on here for what, an hour and 41 minutes, and I still haven't even shared that one piece of good information I learned last night. So check this out if you're ready. So, in less than 15 minutes, I hope to get this out and about and shared. If you think about the universe, like Nikola Tesla said, in sound, energy, and vibration, our body are made up of molecules that vibrate. Our blood is made up of fluids that can resonate and vibrate according to tones and frequencies that we may or may not be able to see. So with that being said, I learned last night that there's what's called, I want to say, the central spinal fluid. And the interesting thing about this, when I've talked about the pineal gland and how I believe it's part of your core, your center, your learning system, what creates you in your mind, and how it can be affected externally, internally, vice versa. I learned that there's a fluid that is connected to your optics, your eyes, what you see, connected to your pineal gland, and it flows along your brain, both inside and outside your brain. And that fluid also runs down your entire spine, all the way down to your sacrum, or your sacred bone, or your tailbone area. So part of that, learning that idea and that method of travel of information, when they say that water carries memory, I believe now even more that it's possible that memory and ideas and information are shared, be it through frequencies or vibrations that we may or may not see or hear, but our liquid that's inside of our bodies can still resonate and feel and change. And then thus it sits there and resonates up your entire body, your nervous system, into your pineal gland, and then resonates from there into your mind. And I think if you're looking at your chakras and your energy sources and how your nervous system is and how your body is and how it relates to the world around you, it makes even more sense that to have that fluid flowing, reproducing and being reproductive and changing out, because your body can go from from a small glass like that much to a big glass like this, of reproducing this spinal fluid. Which, if you've ever had a severe migraine in the back of your head or your entire head, which makes sense now, I had a spinal fluid break when they were doing a part of my treatments for my back before they did surgery and stuff. They were injecting into my nervous system cortisone shots or whatever. In one of the process, it must have nicked that spinal fluid, and that spinal fluid leaked into one of the disc areas or something like that, or in the incision area, and it was just that little leak and change in pressure and stuff gave me such a migraine that while I was at work, I was literally crying at work. That's how bad my head hurt. I ended up going to the hospital. They're like, okay, what happened? Well, they did this. Next thing you know, so what they did is they changed that spinal fluid that leaked into the reservoir or whatever and changed it out with blood, and the migraine ended up going away. So it's crazy how fluids in our bodies can transfer information from water and other cells and molecules and proteins and stuff like that. It's done through a fluid that is connects your nervous system to your pineal gland, to your senses and your mind. So I thought it was quite cool, and it brings me to new theories and questions on if that's all possible, and there is this energy source that your body's putting out, then is it possible to use the appropriate sounds and vibrations to help the body to heal and resonate at a healing frequency? Or is there companies or governments out there that use negative sounds and frequencies to disrupt those body liquids and stuff like that? And so it makes sense that when they sit there and say there's neurological weapons out there, sound devices, it makes sense that if you can sit there and target a person's fluids in their body, you can resonate it to either be symbol running in cohesion or disrupt it so that it's crazy. So I thought that was interesting. So yeah. Oh, that was less than 50. That was in 5 minutes. I did a pretty good job. What else we got on there? People's hair, right, Bill? Canadian for their weight in kilos. One pair of legs goes down, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so with that, I'd like to sit there and let you know. Train's coming down to a slow. Be careful when you get off. Be careful when you reach underneath that train, because the conductor may still keep talking and not paying attention to what he's doing when he's slowing his son of a gun down. I'd like to make mention, thank you all you people for coming out, supporting us. Thank you for supporting our idea and our vision of raising that mental health awareness and suicide prevention by sharing that number 988. And at the very least, you know, hopefully you don't feel alone as you may think you are or may feel. Hopefully there's people out there that make you feel just that little bit more positive versus the negative, so that you don't pull your steering wheel and you kind of see life in a different perspective and try to keep chugging along like we're doing. Because who knows, we might see you pull up on your car at one of the railroad crossings. You're more than welcome to get out of your car and come and jump on in. It's alright, this train is for everybody. Oh, don't forget to watch your heads as you're climbing back down from riding on top of the roof of the train. Wouldn't want you to hit your head and get a head bleed. Then you get a big old scab on your brain like, oh my god, what just happened? I just kind of learned something from this guy, or got dumber from this guy, you know what I mean? Things happen because they're meant to happen. And like that song, you know, from Nickelback, I don't know. Like Forrest Fenn, I wish I could have done the things I would attribute to. This video here is something I can do because I'm able to attribute to it. And if sharing something personal helps somebody else grow from that personal thing, then it's worth sharing it for sure. But the only way that my story is going to be written is if I'm the writer of my own play. And so that's what this is, Act 2, Miner's Madness, Kiwis Road, and that thereafter. And part of that is, like I said, giving away this $5 gold coin from Forrest Fenn to Thrill the Chase to the 14th comic picker on that video at the top of the chat, wherever it is. And share. You don't have to like or it don't matter. Just share the video so other people can comment, so they can get a chance to win this lucky son of a gun. I mean, this is part of the thrill, the chase. Come on now. You want to get your grubby little fingers on it just like I did. And I was able to. And now I got my grubby little fingers on it, and I want to pass it on to somebody else. I've learned to heal from the thrill of the chase. I've learned to heal from people, like from my own son, from my wife, my other daughters, parents, siblings. If I can help make my life a little bit easier, I hope somebody else who crosses my path, their life will be made a little bit easier too. And so with that, Keep sharing that thing. Keep joining us. If you're not being notified, hit that notification bell so that you get notified. Good luck to everybody. Hopefully we get up to 112 comments here shortly. If not, it'll be a dull reading to come next end of next month. And until then, until we go live, which we never know when that'll be, because we have no idea what kind of content we're going to put out there, because this train's all over the place. So with that, again, thank you for stopping by. And, oh, wait, how do you win? Well, so there's a video at the top of this on the chat. There's a video up there that's pinned. You go to that video and leave a comment. And then I'm going to do a random comment picker all the way up until there's 14 drawings. The 14th drawing will be for this coin, the Forrest Fenn Thrill of the Chase. But that 14th drawing doesn't happen until I reach well over 114,000 comments from unique users, or however that thing works. You know what I mean? So if you go up there, comment, share on that video, and thank you for helping to share the awareness for mental health and suicide prevention. And with that, I'm going to continue to be at 23. And I'm going to sit there and tell my son I love you so much. Thank you, son, for stopping by and sharing some of your stories there. And, yeah. With that, keep calm, treasure on. And one of these times, Kay will come back out here and actually be out here with me. But who knows? I don't know. She was kind of yippy-yappy this morning. And it was like, you know, you can go inside. It's okay. It's fine. Maybe a little too cold for her. So, maybe the next one. Oh, after this video post or whatever, leave comments on it and let me know what kind of content you guys like to see or hear or like me to talk about or not talk about. In either case, it'll be alright. We'll figure it out. You know, I enjoy having people come and listen to whatever I'm sharing because it's not much. And as you can see, I got plenty of stuff behind me to talk about, man. Even in front of me and over there. I got a wall full of stuff that's, you know, just thoughts and ideas. But like I said, this is my universe, and I appreciate you stopping by and colliding with it. And so, you guys are more than welcome for the entertainment. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much. And if you don't like the boredom, just let me know on how to make it more interesting. And I will try to gravitate towards that way so that, you know, why not? Who doesn't like having people to yip-yap with? So, adios, muchachos. Like I said, keep calm, treasure on. Until next time. See you on the flip side.